So, peace and love, sis. So, let's start by introducing yourself to the viewers and telling us your association with Shardick Mathis.
I am Vickey Moore Mathis. I am the wife of RIC Mathis, Shardick Mathis, better known as RIC Mathis Universal. I'm his wife. I'm still married to him as of today. Um, he's a manipulator. He's a womanizer. He's a fake. I was married to him got married in 2005. I was never introduced to the community. I was always told that you wouldn't understand. I just went without me. I would ask to be introduced, to teach me what you study and teach me about what you do. And I realized that it wasn't for me to know because he didn't know, because he couldn't tell me the truth. It was his playground. He would come to the community. The women are more, I wouldn't say submissive. That's a bad word. I would say more humble, more quiet, more quick to listen. And he knew once I saw that I would know what he was doing, and that would be playing on women. Being married to someone who's a male chauvinist, a womanizer, a fake, a fraud is very hard. It's hard to prove. It was just me against the world. He had people thinking I'm the worst person in the world because I did come around, because he had isolated me for so many years that I became not wanting to come around. When I would come and see people with dreadlocks, incense, long dresses, dashiki, I just got anger about myself because I equated them to be just like him, fake and fraud. I didn't know, so I thought everybody was like him. They just fake, they go with everybody, they sleep around, because that's what he presented to me. So me not knowing, I thought everybody in the community was as such. And when he did bring me around a few people, they were different. But he would keep the conversation brief and get them out. If they came to the house, they would come when I wasn't there. If they came when I was there, he know by this time he's developed me to now think they're a different way. He would laugh and say, I would say, oh, they're so mean. I don't like them type of, I don't want to go so veg. Those men, he would smirk because by now I'm under the spell. He's convinced me now that everybody is, they womanizers, they just like he was. Even at the same time, he would laugh and say, oh, you just crazy, you just paranoid. And he would, not introduce me to anyone. Women at all. No women. The affairs just, oh my gosh, they were so bad. The abuse was verbally, emotionally, in my face. Names that I dare to repeat. Things he said to me in front of my son. My son is now 27. He said it when my son was probably like 25. He called me all kinds of names that was just totally disrespectful, to the point that my son wanted to fight him. He spit in my face. He's beaten my head to the floor till I was unconscious for, I would say, rid of 3 to 5 seconds. And he's kicked me. You name it, I've been done to me. I would not say he's done anything sexually to me. He's never done that, taken my body. He's never done that. He's asked me to wear a condom with him, and I'm his wife. And when I asked that, it was like, because I want to, He's used me and my friends. My friend is a hygienist. She took care of his hygiene. And one night he had beat me so bad with a belt. And I called her the next day to tell her about it. And she was like, no, he just left the dentist. That can't be true. He just left my office. And that's when she's cut all ties. I will not clean his teeth again. He cannot come back into my office. Don't bring him around me. None of my friends had anything to do with him. None of them. They never came. My friends came from visiting me to non-visiting me. Because that's what he wanted. To isolate me. To brainwash me. To tell me I'm nothing. I'm useless. When I said you'll be exposed, he would say to me, who's going to listen to you? Nobody listens to you. Nobody knows you. You don't run in the same circle I run into. Nobody will believe you. I'm RIC Mathis. Who's going to believe you?
And this is stuff he would actually literally say to you.
Say to me. Ongoing. Not just one time. It was consistent. You bitch. You hoe. You dumb. You stupid. You going to a plantation. You got a job. Who the fuck work? Things like that. I made you. And I was like, we built together. You took the M and turned it upside and made it just, I thought it was weak. You made it an M just for you. And everything was about him. His ego, he needs the attention. He needs to be praised. He needs to feel like he is the one that owns the room. Because there are things that are missing. There's most definitely a mental thing there for him. He's bipolar. He would go from 0 to 100 in a matter of seconds. We can go to the Y and work out, get back home, make a smoothie, and he's not talking to me for days. Because now he's pursuing someone else, either on the phone or trying to get out of the house to take one of these trips that he takes, and I have no contact when he takes these trips. If I don't have a cell phone, that's it. Never knew where he stayed, never knew what city he was in. He was here in Atlanta and would tell me he was in New York. Or he would tell me he's in New York, he would be on an island somewhere. I couldn't reach him for days.
And this is all during the times of making the films and speaking about unity and the community come together and black folks bring our economics, and there's no better economic representation than the black family.
It was all a fraud. It was our idea. He was doing a documentary with a guy here in Atlanta. Him and the guy had a disagreement with the documentary because he wanted 25% ownership, and the wife said no. He don't believe in wives getting women in men business. That's a no-no. If he makes a deal with you and your wife, you talking with your wife and discussing with your wife, that's a dead deal because he's not going to like that because he's a male chauvinist.
And that represents the black family. You should check with your wife.
No, not with
and wife check with their husband.
I never knew where he was half of the time. I don't know his bank account. I don't know who he banked with. I don't know how much money he has. I don't know how much he made. I never went out of travel with him out of town. I never went to any events. Only events I went with him was when he was working with someone else documentary. When it came Black Friday, I never was a part of it. We sat down and we pillow talk. This is something you're going to do. Stop fighting with everybody. Stop riding on someone else's coattail, Rick. Do your own thing. I motivated him and pushed him to do this. He said, I'm going to name it Black Friday. I said, I really don't like it being called Black Friday because it's like you're mocking our community. Because that's what we do on the day after Thanksgiving. Just don't do it like that. He stuck that tight and he stuck with it because other people, my opinion wasn't important. Someone else told me to run with it. He took their opinion. He took their advice and he ran with it. I said, we're going to do it slow. Let's keep it to ourselves. Let's go out. I'll do some interviews. I'll get some people in. Every time I would give him an idea, he would take it and run and make it his. So he asked me out. The first Black Friday, I was at the Grand Opening. He never introduced me to no one. He never put any pictures of him and I on the website.
So did y'all come to the premiere together as a couple?
No, he was there.
Red carpet and everything?
He took one picture with me on the red carpet. One. And he did not post it at all. And I asked him, why was he not posting pictures of him and I? And he said to me, oh, you don't want to be a part of this? You don't want to be a part of this? This is the community people. But then he made it back to reverse it to me as though I didn't want to be a part of it. And that's when I just said, you know what, I'm done. This is the final draw. All the affairs, the name calling, and that was just my final draw. When you really just made it seem like you were going to make it. The thing was, he was going to make it big and he was going to say he did it by himself. He never wanted to say, he never give credit to me. When one of his co-producers got on the stage and he said, I want to thank my wife for late nights coming in and open the door. Because he was there at our house wee hours of the morning. Having produced this thing just like it was his baby as well. But he got no credit for it. He only got credit for the first couple of segments. But he was there. He would be there like it was his baby as well. I'm fixing them dinner. I'm staying up, making sure they had stuff to drink, making sure they were okay. And when I saw that he wasn't inviting me, I stopped all of that.
Now, what happened at any time did any of these other people check Rick for like, hey, Rick, that knew you were married, like, why are you not bringing your wife to the premieres? Where's your wife? Or why,
they probably did, and I'm quite sure he gave him a story. Mm-hmm. He probably said she's not a part of it. She don't want to be a part of it. She doesn't like people. I'm quite sure that was a story. I didn't interview and ask anyone, but I'm quite sure that's the story he told. Because when I was going around with certain people, they would look at me like I didn't belong. And I'm like, I never had a conversation with these people. I never conversed with these people. Why are they looking at me? But then I became to know that it's him. He's making people make me feel uncomfortable. I'm very, very, very skeptical about where I go and who I go around. I didn't like the energy. I'm not going back. And so he made sure the energy was bad, so I wouldn't go back. That was one of his games. I'll make her feel uncomfortable. She's not going to go back. Even if I went to an event, I would try to talk to people. They would look at me like, hey, sis. And they would keep moving. Or they would speak to me and would speak to me. I'm like, do they know I'm your wife? Everybody know I'm married. He never wore nothing to symbol that he was married. He didn't carry himself. He carried himself like a single man. He dated several women in the community, several women outside of the community. He just dated women. There's always a motive. PR, advertise. He needed something from them to get where he was going. So it was always something for him to receive. He was on the receiving end.
So his relationships were never based on any type of care or love. It was always what I can get out of you, and
Absolutely.
once I've got it, I'm gone.
Absolutely. When he met me, I was a single mom with a house in Stone Mountain, Snellville. Just my son and I. At the time, my son was 10 years old, 9.5, 10. Single mom, house, 2 vehicles. He's living with his mom. Perfect opportunity. They move here, and he realized that I was a caring person. I was nourishing, I'm giving. So he stayed longer than he anticipated.
So the abuse didn't start out from the beginning outright?
I would say, not outright. I would say we argued a lot. We was very confrontational. But I was so busy trying to fix him because he came from a broken family. So I was trying to fix him.
So you were trying to be understanding of his problems and loving and nurturing, like motherly,
Exactly. Because I came from a nourishing family, a loving family. Well, my grandma loved me no matter what. So I tried to implement and give him that same type of love back. It just didn't work. He didn't want that. He used that. So eventually he would tell me, he would bust himself in the lip and say, he would stand there and say, oh, I'll be back. And then he would call me, and then I would hear from him a day or two, and he'd say, oh, I got to fight with somebody. He'd come with his lip burst. And I'm like, and then this is when I found the first affair. We were dating. And the girl said, no, we've been dating for a while. And so he just kept going, oh, I'll never do it again. And I forgave him because once again, you're in love. You're thinking that, this is the guy. He just needs some help. You can forgive him. And it kept going. It would go on. And he got slicker and smarter with it. And he was able to hide it. And how he hit them was he would take me places where no one would be there, would know me.